This is an intro. Who needs an intro? I don't need an intro. This is just a vape show. It's just a vape show. Vape show. This is an intro. Who needs an intro? I don't need an intro. This is just a vape show. It's just a vape show. Vape show.
Thought we'd try something new today. No, you're not. We're not doing this. Why? Because how many times have you tried to film this damn review? How many times are we going to try to film the Dripbox 160 watt and the Drip EZ review? How many times? What's up? You want to come sit? Come on. YouTube, what is up? I'm your homeboy Josh. Back at you with the big head dog. And if this is too distracting, just let me know. Anyway. Oh, great. And now you're bringing in the fucking mongrel dog? The mongrel dog is here to replace me? Is that what this is? No! Mongrel dog is not replacing me, motherfucker. No. It's my show. My show. No, we're doing this my way, okay? And my way is, I'm going to talk shit about you because you cannot complete this fucking review. You're holding us up. A little backstory, okay? He goes off at Christmas time. At fucking Christmas time. Yes, it's fucking February. It's Valentine's Day, for Christ's sake. In his bag, he packs about 10 devices to try out while he's there so that when he comes back, we have some shit to review because, you know, YouTube channels kind of need content. I keep telling him this. He doesn't seem to understand it. How are you still on YouTube? Anyway, so he goes off to the in-laws and he brings about 10 different devices with him. And along with it, he brings with him the Dripbox 160 watt, which arrived from EV Cigarettes, I don't know how many months ago. He's had this device for months and months and months and months, and he whips it out right before Christmas. And you wonder why they don't send you anything anymore. So after it's been sitting there for I don't know how many months, he finally whips out the Dripbox 160, gets it all situated, and Kanger just sent him the Drip EZ. And he thinks to himself, oh, this will make for a great, compare contrast review, won't it? So they're making their way to the in-laws. They're in the car, and he's using both devices, basically double fisting them. After about the 10th, 11th time using the Drip EZ, he puts it down and just starts using the Dripbox 160 watt. I used it for a couple of days. And by a couple of days, I mean that I used it I'm using both these devices at the same time. I would take a pull of this, be like, all right, take another pull and be like, I'm done with that. I'm gonna play with this now. That's how I use this pretty much. I used it, a couple times like that, every couple of hours over the course of that Christmas break. I picked it up, I tried to use it, realized that I really don't fucking like it, and I put it down, and I never went back to it. And I haven't filled it up since then. That's how much use this thing's got, because it's just meh compared to this thing. This thing's awesome. The Dripbox 160, yeah. When he filled this thing up, he filled the Dripbox 160 watt up with Ohm Pi, which came from Liquivana Vape. He stupidly forgot to actually review when he did the Liquivana review. He reviewed every other juice and forgot to do the Ohm Pi. How do you still have a YouTube channel? Anyway, it's a key lime pie, it's an awesome juice, and this moron, after he's completely vaped through the Ohm Pi, this is about the time he gets to the in-laws because he just can't stop sucking down on the damn thing, ends up taking out the tank from the Drip EZ. It's this 20 milliliter tank on the Drip EZ versus it's like this 7 milliliter tank on the Dripbox 160. Starts dumping the juice from the Drip EZ into the tank for the Dripbox 160 watt. It's this sandwich that was sent on over from Pinky's Up because the first bottle got broken in the mail. But this moron, instead of just contacting the manufacturer that makes the juice and telling him, hey man, something happened with the bottle, it's broken, I need another bottle so I can do the review. Does he do that? No. Motherfucker just goes ahead with the review, which means that the guy has to send him another bottle after the review's been done. Like I said, dude, how do you still have a YouTube channel? On top of that, the guy's like the coolest dude ever and sent him a 120 milliliter bottle of the Cactus Cooler just because he knew how much he liked it. And he and the Waffles basically fought over that like it was brutal. There was blood, there was fisticuffs, it was scary. He ends up draining the bottle of the sandwich over on into the Dripbox 160, which is a pretty good juice if you like peanut butter and marshmallow. He vapes all the way through that. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. There we are, it's Christmas, We've got days to just try out devices and play around with things and build different things and try new things. And dude just won't put down the Dripbox 160 watt. Not only using that, but using it with the Aeronaut V2. I swear to God, if I never see the Aeronaut V2 again, it'll be too soon. This dude cannot stop using this setup. The Aeronaut V2, the Dripbox 160. It's ridiculous. It's like no other devices exist to him. In March, he's planning to head over to Atlanta to the Vape Showcase, and they're gonna have Ruxasa there, they're gonna have Geppetto there, a bunch of other people. Is he gonna buy himself a new mod there? I don't know, but if he does, he's probably not gonna use it because he's still gonna be using the Dripbox 160 watt. Jesus, dude, broaden your horizons. Use something else. And it's funny because right at the time that I was using these devices, but someone asked me about this exact setup. He said, how about the Dripbox and the Aeronaut V2? What do you think about that as a setup? And I was just like, are we like that much in sync? Because he's like a motorcyclist and he needs to be able to, use his vape while he's riding his motorcycle, but he can't drip while he's on his motorcycle, obviously. So, he was wondering about this particular setup. And dude, I have to tell you, it's amazing. It's like the best thing ever. I get it. You love it. Shut up already. Like, I don't even want to bore you with specs. I don't even care about specs. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about the Dripbox 160 watt, okay? Here's the thing. It is the ugliest little device ever. I mean, let's just be honest. There's nothing aesthetically pleasing about this. It's basically the Rouleau, minus the battery, but keeping the same weight thereabouts, and then replacing that third battery with a squonk bottle. That's it. That's all it is. It's an ugly looking mod. I mean, Kanger does not make the most attractive devices, let's be honest. I mean, this is a beater mod. He's already lost the piece off the bottom. I swear the mod sits like this now at a slant all the fucking time when he puts it down because he can't hold on to anything. He drops it on the floor, the thing falls underneath something, he can't seem to find it, but that's the thing about Kanger devices. It's the same with the Kanger 200 watt. They can take a beating. They're great beater mods. And that's what this is. It's a great beater mod. It serves a purpose. It's utilitarian. It's great for having the experience of vaping a dripper without having to drip on it repeatedly. Here's the thing. Couldn't you do it just a little bit more stylishly? I mean, this thing is ugly. There's no dripping involved. You just squeeze, bubbles come up, and when you let go, drains out the excess juice that went into the device. It's just like a little squeeze, that's it. That's all it takes. Every 5-6 pulls or so. It's wonderful. I can enjoy the vape that I get off of an RDA without having to drip on it constantly. I am surprised at how much I like that. I've always thought to myself, I don't mind dripping in a RDA. It never bothered me. When I'm driving, maybe, driving kind of sucks because, you've got to drip while you drive, and that's not safe. I kind of, you gotta have to time it at the red light and then, hope you've got enough to make it before the next red light, and that kind of sucks. But it never irked me before, and I'm surprised at how much I enjoy not having to drip in an RDA. That's pretty cool. But beyond that, it's the wick collapse. The wick collapse in this thing is excellent. I mean, weeks. I've changed my cotton maybe once or twice. That's it since Christmas. And here we are, it's Valentine's Day. What the fuck? I mean, I love that. That's so cool. And the wicks are in excellent condition, pristine condition. I changed this weeks ago. Even the 510 connection is only 22 millimeters. So his Aeronaut V2, which he loves so dearly, is 24 millimeters, doesn't even sit on this thing right. There's always an overhang. I just want to be like, dude, there's an overhang. Dude, there's an overhang. Dude, it looks like shit. There's an overhang. Does he care? No. Weeks and weeks ago. That's a half staggered staple. You notice the coil is held up really well too. There's no gunk on there or anything. It's perfect. And indeed, that is the same build I've had in there since Christmas. Haven't changed the build. I burn off the, any juice on there, gunked up juice on there whenever I change the cotton, but literally twice, at most. Twice I've changed the cotton since Christmas. That's something that amazes me about squonkers. And it's the same thing with RTAs. They just last forever. The wicking is awesome in there. And by RTAs, I'm speaking specifically about Genesis style RTAs, like RDTA Genesis style devices. The wicks just seem to last forever. I think it's because the juice is not boiling inside of the RDA. It's not just constantly being heated over and over again, because with the RDA, with the Genesis style RDA, it's like you sort of tip it over, juice comes up to the coil, juice goes back down into the tank. That's the way I do it anyway. And with this, it's like when you squonk on this device, juice shoots up into the atomizer, then when you let go, it sucks it back down. So there's not an excess of juice inside the device that's boiling, just constantly boiling and boiling and heating over and over again. That is what is helping to preserve the cotton. That's what's helping to preserve the coil. That's what is helping to preserve the flavor. That's got to be one of the coolest things about this device. I get it. You love it. Shut up already. This is not a flattering angle on you, dude, okay? I got news. You're a little chunky. Uh-huh. I know this because I am too. Thanks for that. And on top of that, what the hell is up with the fuckboy chin straps from 2003? You think this is a good look for us? I had this other device, this Drip Easy that Kanger had sent over. Kanger needs to get their shit back together. I mean, the Dripbox 160 watt came out around the time that the K-Box 200 came out. But I feel like that's where Kanger kind of peaked. This is like the best little beater box ever. I love this as a beater box. In terms of their, more high-powered devices, they're more diverse devices rather than, sub-tanks and shit. Anyway, they came out with the Drip Easy not too long ago. This fucking thing, single battery 18650 is supposed to go from 5 watts to 80 watts. But the damn single 18650 battery mods, I got news. They suck. They really suck. I haven't met too many single 18650 mods that I really like, to be honest with you. Not adequate enough power, not adequate enough vape time on them. Some people might like them. I haven't met too many that I enjoy. Not to mention the thing looks hideous. Absolutely hideous. It looks like the bionic vape. Tower coming up over here and this detonator switch over here for squonking into it, and it's got this tube running between the thing and like this S-curve looking nonsense. I mean, it's just silly looking. And the juice comes in through the side of the atomizer because this atomizer is proprietary to the device. You can't use any other topper with this mod. It's made to use just this topper and nothing else. That's annoying, okay? That's really fucking annoying. This thing sucks. It just drains, and it's not a fun vape. It's great for the first hour or so, and then it sucks. But more so, its compatibility only works with this particular topper. There's no other topper that comes with this little tube and this attachment that plugs into this tube. You can use this or nothing. It's only a single coil configuration. You can't build a dual coil on it. All you've got is this airflow at the top and this Cyclops style airflow. And you squonk by doing this. It looks like the bionic fucking vape. Fucking tube going from here over to here in this little spray tan bottle. And you're just... I love the juice capacity. I love the juice capacity. Look at that juice capacity. That's like a 20 mil juice capacity. That's awesome. The thing about the Dripbox 160 is that it's not a super nice device by any means. It's a beater mod, if you ask me. I changed the batteries out like every single day. The trays held up really well. I've dropped this thing. The paint's actually held up pretty well so far. But I haven't been taking the atomizer and taking it off so much, honestly, because I've just been using this topper with this thing so far. But I love it because it's compatible with any atomizer any squonking atomizer it's going to work with. And, you know, if you drill out the bottom of any topper, it'll work with it as well, if you're comfortable doing that with your toppers. You know, you can turn any one of them into a squonk mod, and this will be compatible with it. As far as regulated devices go that are squonk mods, for the price, you really can't go wrong. This is an awesome bang for your buck. If you're interested in squonking, but you need something that's high powered, other than this, there's like a few DNA 200, you know, squonkers, and everything else is either mech mod or single battery 18650. That's it. And not only that, but it's a squonk mod that he can actually use. I mean, let's face it, this guy's a high wattage vapor. He vapes this thing at 150 watts on a single half staggered staple coil. 150 watts, ohms out of 0.1 ohms. That's how he vapes normally. So he needs that power. And most squonk mods, they're either single 18650 batteries that are capable of going up to about 80 watts, like the Drip EZ, or they're mechanical mods, which he's not really allowed to use because the Waffles says, pussy. So it's either this or the Halcyon DNA 200, which is about 4 times the price. Because this thing is 60 bucks. 60 bucks on evcigarettes.com. That's awesome. For a high wattage squonk mod that does 160 watts, does it well, comes with an extra tank, can be used with any topper out there. That's pretty cool. So I guess if he has to gravitate toward one particular squonk mod, I guess he chose the right one. I guess that's the moral of the story. I don't know. I just want to review something else. Can we please review something else? Please. Anyway, till next time, I'm your homeboy Josh. Vape on, vapors.